Hi, I'm Robert Lebowski, the Pilsner Urquell Beer Master. We are here in the Czech Republic in the heart of Europe, and it was here in the city of Pilsen that we brewed the world's first golden lager in 1842. Our beer, Pilsner Urquell, takes its name after the city, with Urquell meaning from the original source. The gates behind me are the entrance to our brewery, where we still brew the original Pilsner the original way. So, let me show you how. Welcome to the Pilsner Urquell Brewery here in Pilsen. Our very first brewmaster, Josef Groll, brewed our first beer here on October the 5th in 1842. This clear golden lager was unlike any other beers at the time, which were mostly dark and cloudy. Our beer went on to revolutionize the brewing world, with 70% of all beers drunk today being Pilsner-style lagers. We are proud to still use the same brewing traditions and Czech ingredients we always have. Now, I want to show you how we make our beer, its journey from grain to the glass. These aren't just any fields. They are Saaz hop fields. Saaz is a Czech region about 80 kilometers north of our brewery in Pilsen that has been growing hops for over 700 years. And we have been buying our green gold from the same small farms for generations. We use 100% Saaz hops to give our beer its unique aromatic bitterness. Saaz hops are a noble hop and one of the most expensive in the world, and we use double the amount than any other Czech beer for our brewing. This is the malt house. Since 1842, we have only ever used Czech barley to give our beer its unique sweetness. We still produce all our here in Pilsen, using barley from the same Moravian farms we've been working with for years. Our malt master, Jiří Boháč, has been working at the brewery for almost 2 decades. Here he is, scooping some of the malt to check its quality. Jiří says that malt is the largest contributor to the final flavor of our beer, so it's important to produce it to our own exacting standards. That way, we can carry on brewing the original Pilsner the original way. This is our iconic water tower. Completed in 1907, this 50-meter high tower was used to store our water. We still use the same water source in Pilsen as we did in 1842. Pilsen water is very soft with a low mineral content, which makes it perfect for the brewing of Pilsner-style lagers. Water makes up 92% of our beer, so we need to make sure we only use the very best quality. This is the brew house. It's incredibly hot in here because we use the open flames with a heat of 600 degrees Celsius for our triple decoction process, which is where we add the malt and the water to the mash tun. Then draw off 1/3 of the mash, heat it over the open flames in the brew kettle, and then return it to the mash tun. And we do this 3 times. This process is expensive, and we are the only major brewery in the world to do it. But we know it's worth it. The intense heat gives our beer a richer texture, greater malt depth, unique caramel sweetness, distinguishing golden color that's recognized all over the world. Welcome to the cooperage. It's where our coopers build, repair, and look after all our wooden barrels. They make small aging barrels and the huge lagering barrels that we use for parallel. It's important for us to continue to preserve our traditional crafts, and that's why we're the only large brewery in the world to have on-site coopers. Marek, on the left here, and Ladislav have worked at our brewery for decades. We currently employ 8 coopers at the brewery, and they've passed their expertise down from generation to generation. Twice a year, our coopers repitch the huge lagering barrels used to parallel brew our beer in our cellars. They use a unique resin to coat the inside of the barrels to stop the beer from touching the wood, making sure it doesn't pick up any flavors as it lagers and matures. They make the pitch using a recipe that has been passed down for decades. This is the second most guarded recipe at our brewery. We've always done it this way, and it's important to us to keep the old traditions alive. This is the brew house. It's incredibly hot in here because we use the open. Welcome to the cellars. This is where we ferment and lager Pilsner Urquell. And this is our cellar master Václav. He's here to control the progress and temperature of our fermenting beer. It is really cold down here, just 5 degrees Celsius. And that's because our yeast works best at colder temperatures. The yeast we add is very important. We've maintained the same yeast strain for over 175 years. It's bottom fermenting, which gives our beer its clear golden color. Our yeast is lazy, meaning it doesn't convert all the fermentable sugars during fermentation, giving us a perfectly balanced sweetness. At our Pilsen brewery, we have been brewing the original Pilsner the original way for over 175 years. Here is Václav Berka, our senior trade brewmaster, just like his father and grandfather before him. Václav is in the 9 kilometers of sandstone cellars, which are underneath our brewery. His candle is used to check the clarity of our beer, to see that maturation has finished and the beer is not hazy. This is part of our parallel brewing process. Originally, Pilsner Urquell was matured in these wooden barrels. We still mature a portion of our brew in these barrels as a control to test our beer against. It's how we make sure our golden beer tastes the same as it did in 1842. This is Jan, one of our Pilsner Urquell tapsters. Our tapsters are specially trained by the beer master at our brewery. It's here they learn how to maintain the equipment that keeps our beer fresh and pour Pilsner Urquell perfectly, every time, with a creamy head of dense wet foam. In the Czech Republic, the most classic Pilsner poured is the hladinka. When you ask for a beer in a good Czech pub, this is the pour you'll get. We have a saying in Czech: the brewmaster brews the beer, the tapster makes the beer. Now, when you are enjoying a glass of Pilsner Urquell, you'll know exactly what makes it so delicious and unique. The hard work, the passion, and the craftsmanship of everybody at our brewery. Na zdraví.